welcome to the Speeding Bulletin. My name is Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com. This is all the Superman related news for the week August 8th to August 14th, 2008. In movie news, MTV spoke with writers Grant Morrison, Mark Waid and Brad Meltzer about their feelings on Superman Returns and what they'd do for the next Superman movie. I have to say that their comments created quite a stir in the comments sections at the Superman homepage. While IESB.net posted details on the upcoming Green Lantern movie with an interesting bit of speculation regarding George Miller and the Justice League movie. They claim that the JLA movie is not going to happen, not with George Miller anyway, with the WB reportedly more interested in moving forward with a third Batman film instead of introducing another Batman in a JLA film. We received an email from a source on America's West Coast who spotted producer John Peters chatting with Stan Lee last Thursday at the famed Polo Lounge inside the Beverly Hills Hotel. Supposedly the two were discussing ideas for a DC Marvel movie. Could it happen? It seems unlikely, but never say never. We'll keep you posted if we hear anything more on this. Newsarama caught up with Aaron Ashmore to ask him about his acting career and more specifically what's in store for Jimmy Olsen in Season 8 of Smallville. Ashmore said, "So far the writers have really developed the relationship between Chloe and Jimmy, but there has only been a little bit of interaction with him and Clark Kent. Supposedly we'll see more of that in Season 8. ComicBookResources.com spoke with writer Jeff Johns about his upcoming Final Crisis Legion of Three Worlds 5-part series, which will see Superboy Prime take centre stage. Jeff also spoke with Newsarama.com's Pulp Secret in a video interview where he discusses his plans for Superman comics over the next 2 years, his episode of Smallville featuring the Legion of Superheroes, and Final Crisis Legion of Three Worlds. DC Comics revealed the complete artwork by Alex Ross that will make up the 3 comic book covers of Superman 681, Action Comics 871, and Supergirl number 35, which are parts 2 to 4 of the new Krypton saga. Comic books we reviewed this week included Final Crisis number 3, which Barry Fryman reviewed, saying, "Finally, this story looks more like a conventional crisis with an Earth in out-and-out jeopardy." He gave it a 4 out of 5 rating. Trinity number 10 was reviewed by our own trinity of reviewers, Barry, Neal and Jeffrey, with Barry and Jeffrey both giving it a 3 out of 5 rating, while Neal gave it only a 1 out of 5. Supergirl number 32 was reviewed by Jeffrey Bridges, who, after many months of disappointment, rated this issue a 5 out of 5, saying, "It had great characterization and development for Kara, which I could not be more pleased about." Tom L. looked back to June 1968 and reviewed Justice League of America number 63, which featured the Time signs a death warrant for the Justice League story, which Tom rated a 4 out of 5. Superman comics shipping this week from August 13 include Trinity number 11, Action Comics 868, Legion of Superheroes in the 31st Century number 17, Tiny Titans number 7, Millennium trade paperback, and Supergirl Beyond Good and Evil trade paperback. Jeff Trexler at uncivilsociety.org has posted PDF documents from the latest round of the legal battle between the Siegel family and DC Comics over the rights to Superman and Superboy. There's some interesting items amongst the documents, including extracts from Jerry Siegel's unpublished autobiography. Superman homepage reviewer James Lance continues reviewing story arcs from the 1940s Superman radio series. This week he looked at the saga titled The Secret Menace Strikes. And that's all the Superman related news there was for the week August 8th to August 14th. I'm Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com.
Somebody asked me what I would do if I had the chance to write Superman Returns. I used to have all kinds of ideas, not Superman Returns, Man of Steel. I'd be like, yeah, maybe I'd do Metallo, maybe I'd focus more on Lex Luthor, maybe I'd tell a story of Superman doing this. Then I came to the realization I don't want to write a Superman movie, even if it was offered to me. The reason? I'm not ready. They need to come to you. I've seen many people, they've handed me scripts. Many people have handed me scripts. Look, Neal, I wrote the Superman script. What do you think? Look, Neal, I wrote the Superman script. What do you think? You think you could get it into the Warner Brothers guys? You think there's a chance I could get it into the Warner Brothers guys? When they realize that, you know, we don't know the Warner Brothers guys, and except for the lawyers, you know, sometimes write us letters or like, hey, use a Superman single trying to capitalize on Superman when we're losing money on our butts. But the point being, you can't get your script into Warner Brothers. They put up walls. Lots of big walls so that people like us can't write for them. And the reason for that is because 99% of the people out there are whack jobs, and the 1% who can write generally haven't earned their bones yet. I hate that. I hate it to the core of my being. I think that they should look at all submissions, and they should have a submission department, and if something shines through, by God, it's a meritocracy. That film gets made. That's not the way it is. That's not the way it can be. So it's like anything else. I've become that way about Superman comics lately too. Do you want to write a Superman comic? No. I want to be worthy of writing a Superman comic and then have them come to me. I don't want to have a stack of Superman comics to give them. And that's worked really well for pretty much everybody who's worked on Superman in the last number of years that has been successful. Some of them stink. Like you pick a guy like Brian Azzarello, who's really great in 100 Bullets, which I'm reading and I can promote, which I maybe can make up for some of my negative reviews for. He was not the right guy for Superman. He did a lot of good work and then got called on to do Superman. Wasn't that great a run. Other people flourish and do great. You get your Greg Ruckus, you get your Jeff Johns, you get all of the people who have been really great on Superman. It's not the kind of thing you can just walk right into and make your passion and go for and get and succeed in. I've learned that now. I've learned that about the movie too. So guys, instead of writing a Superman Returns sequel, write a really great story about something that moved you in your life, something that changed you, something that will change a character for you. And then write another really great story about a time or a major catharsis that occurred to you, and make it great. And then write a book. And then write a short story, and write some songs. And eventually, they'll come to you. And if you're good enough, and if the gods shine on you, you know, like your muses or whatever, they will have you doing the 5th sequel to Superman Returns. Kind of negative, I know, but it's also hopeful.